Welcome to Malt Music Whiskey Reviews. I'm Eric. It's bourbon time. Jefferson's straight rye whiskey finished in cognac casks. As always, nose taste finish review. This whiskey coming your way. I'll tell you a bit about the value, give you my final thoughts, final score, and leave you with a malt musing. But first, if you've yet to take a second, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss these reviews. I bring them out every Friday here on YouTube. Also have a Tuesday happy hour every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Love to see you join the chat. Jefferson's comes out of Kentucky. No surprise there. They are owned by Pernod Ricard. Increasingly been making their own distillate over the years. This is actually only the second rye whiskey that they've ever made. And you know, they're known for experimenting with finishes, things like that. And so what we have here is a straight rye whiskey, and they have finished it in cognac casks. This is bottled at 47% ABV. No age statement. It's a straight rye, so we know it's at least 2 years. I've read that the cognac finishes anywhere from 9 months to 19. We don't really know because they don't tell us. Let's take a look at the little booklet they have on here. And yeah, no additional information really in here other than telling you about cognac. Okay. So this is the bottle. I do like the Jefferson's bottles. They're kind of unique. Let's get this in the glass. This, as you can see, I have put a dent in, so it has been oxidizing for some time. It's been a while since I've had it, so it's about time we get a review done. This is the color. Again, it's a bourbon, so natural color is a legal requirement. However, chill filtration is not, and it does not say anything about it. So we can assume that they have chill filtered this. On the nose. Herbaceous. Oak spice. Rye. No surprises there. You're definitely picking up a nice dose of that rye whiskey. I will say the cognac cask, pretty strong as well, giving kind of a honey note, a bit of an orange marmalade kind of apricot thing going on. Very sweet. Sweet and spice. They seem pretty well balanced here on the nose. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Medium body, but a bit oily. You are hit right away with a very creamy cognac taste. The cognac's much stronger here on the palate. Again, fruit, slight nuttiness, sweet. Rye spice kicks in on the back of the development. Relatively tame. It tastes a little bit more like kind of like a barrel oak than it does necessarily rye spice. Goes into a medium finish. You're left with kind of a bit of a creamy flavor, vanilla, kind of orange, like an orange dreamsicle, if you ever remember those. Get some of that on here. Bit tannic from the oak. Little hints of spice. And little hints of chocolate. That's how it is neat. Let's make sure. Okay, second taste, that rye's a little bit more prominent. A little bit of an alcohol on this too, bit of an alcohol bite. Let's try some water. It is 47%, which is quite nice. I'll bring it down, about 3 drops of water. See what else we get on here. It's tamed the rye spice, but the cognac is definitely still center stage here. And orange marmalade. Root. Sweetness. A little bit of oak. Hints of citrus. Effervescence kind of. Go. I'll tell you, with the addition of water, this is showing its youth. A little bit edgier. Those spice notes are much more accented. Alcohol note. It's not strong, but it's there. That herbal note kind of kicking back in, still tannic, more of a dark chocolate, medium finish. The cognac takes a step back with the water. In fact, I think the water actually balances this out a little bit more, at least on the palate. The nose seemed fine, but neat, but palate was a little off. This is good. All right. Finished bourbon like this in the US, we're near about $65, give or take. Yes, you are getting a cognac finish, which is, of course, special. Relatively young rye whiskey here. Value, thinking about other cognac cask bourbons on the market, there's not a whole lot, or bourbon cask, pardon me, cognac cask rye whiskeys for that matter. They're not going to see a whole lot of them. I'm going to put the value at medium on this. Okay, final thoughts. Not a bad dram. A little bit on the pricey side for, I think, for what you're getting here. I felt it was a little bit unbalanced on the drinking it neat, especially on the nose. Water seems to have fixed that up a little bit. But really what you're getting here is a pretty basic rye whiskey with a heavy kind of cognac, syrupy sweetness to it. This is definitely a sipping whiskey. I wouldn't mix this with anything. At that $60-some price point, though, with the amount of good rye whiskeys out on the market, I feel like it's asking quite a bit. But if you are into cognac and really want to try a cognac whiskey, you know, this one is right up your alley. It's an interesting experiment. Like I said, second one that they've done over at Jefferson's with rye. So with that, I'm going to give this a solid 3 out of 5, which means, yeah, grab it if you find it at a good price. Definitely worth trying, seeing if it's your style. Nothing very special, but also, you know, nothing to sneeze at either. Just a very kind of solid, if somewhat forgettable whiskey. 3 out of 5. That is the final score here on Jefferson's Straight Rye Whiskey Cognac Cask Finish. With that, I will kick you on over to your malt musing, and I will hopefully see you next time here on Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. It's lunch.